Good morning, students. Ms. McKittrick here. I just wanted to take a moment to explain to you how we're going to do today's assignment. Today's assignment should look very similar to the assignment that you did on Monday because we're going to be working in the exact same document that we started working in on Monday. When you go into your stream for your classroom, so I'm just in my third period stream, you're going to see it says we posted a new assignment. It's called e-learning 420 because that was from Monday, and then I put in today's date. If you're in the classwork part, it's going to look something like this. You're going to just go in and scroll down and you're going to open up your document. The directions say that as a reminder that this assignment today and the one you did on Monday is going to count as an assessment or a quiz grade in the grade book. So every time we do this, it's going to be worth 5 points as a quiz grade, which means it's going to have a larger impact on your overall grade. First of all, if you have not completed last week's e-learning assignment and the last 2 days, so if you didn't do yesterday's assignment or the assignment from Tuesday, please go back and do those first. Otherwise, this quiz isn't going to make any sense. You can't just open the quiz and do the quiz without doing the work prior to it to learn it. It then says to watch the video. You're doing that if you're watching this video. And then you're going to go back to your document and we're only going to do pages 1 through 3. You should have already done pages 1 and 2. Today we're going to do page 3. So I'm going to open up my version of the document where I typed in all the correct answers. Once again, I'm going to literally give you the correct answers right now for pages 1 and 2 if you want to use my document to go back and edit your document. So if I open this up, this is what your document should look like. And you should, as you see in red, have these answers typed out. So in case you don't or you need a review, here are the correct answers. Number 1, why is photosynthesis important in your life? How does it keep you alive? I put a bunch of different answers. All of these were acceptable. It converts sunlight into food, energy, or sugar. It gives us oxygen to breathe. It provides all living things with oxygen to breathe and food or energy. And it also gets rid of all the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere so we don't suffocate. Number 2, why is cellular respiration important in life? How does it keep us alive? It converts energy from our food and sugar into usable energy in our bodies, which is known as ATP. So essentially, it helps us break down our food into energy that can be used in our bodies to keep you alive. Below, you guys had a word bank, and you had to use that word bank to put all of the phrases into their correct boxes. How I did it was I just cut each phrase, like I went, highlighted it, and did Control V for cut, and then I pasted it into each correct box where it goes. So in case you didn't do this section, I would get out your phone right now, maybe take a little screenshot of all of the correct answers, so then you could go back and make sure you have the correct answers in your document. So this first column was why we go through these things. The second column is what organisms go through those things. The third was where does it happen inside the cell. The fourth is what do we start with? Remember, we call those reactants. And then the fifth box was what do we end up with? Once again, take a screenshot and then go back and make sure that you have the correct answers in the correct boxes. Now I'm going to scroll down. When I scroll down, this is the part that might be the most confusing. Over here on the left, we gave you 4 characteristics about the coronavirus or COVID-19. They have no chloroplasts. If they have no chloroplasts, no photosynthesis. They have no mitochondria. They have no mitochondria. They don't go through cell respiration. They get their energy from the host that they are living inside in. So if we as a human get the coronavirus, we are their host. It is living inside of us and sucking energy from our bodies. And then finally, if it's found outside the host, so if you sneeze and it gets on like a door handle, the virus will become inactive due to lack of energy. And depending on what surface they're on, this could take a few hours or a few days. But in other words, the virus essentially dies when it's not inside of us because it loses energy. So over here, you guys had to type your answers in. This middle column, you were giving me 3 reasons why COVID-19 has energy, why it's quote unquote alive. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't come up with 3 reasons myself. I honestly only came up with 2, and that's okay. And the reason for that is I think that there's more arguments for the third column, okay? Why they're not a living thing, why they don't have this characteristic. But let me do the middle column first. So, why they do display getting energy. Well, I said one of the reasons is if they get energy from their host, it is living inside. This is a way that it gets energy to survive. If getting energy is a characteristic of life, they're getting energy from whoever they're living inside. So therefore, they get energy. And if they live inside us, we have mitochondria. So therefore, they can go through cellular respiration and get energy because we have mitochondria. So I thought those were 2 arguments for why COVID-19 is living. Once again, I think it's way easier to do why it's not living. Number 1, they have no chloroplasts. So if they don't have chloroplasts, they can't go through photosynthesis. So they're not absorbing the sun's energy to get energy themselves. They have no mitochondria. If they have no mitochondria, it's harder. They can't go through cell respiration. So no photosynthesis, no cellular respiration. And then finally, if they're found outside of a host, they will die within a few days because they have no way to get energy on their own. And I think that's like a really big argument for why the virus might be considered a not living thing, because they cannot get energy on their own, which is crazy to think that this thing is making so many millions of people sick all over the world, but yet it dies within a few days outside of a living thing because of lack of energy. If you guys look at this pink box at the bottom, your teacher should have provided you some type of feedback. Maybe you didn't do one of the boxes right, or you had some incorrect answers. There might also be comments over here. If you look at my mouse on the right, please look in those 2 places to look for teacher feedback. Today we're doing page 3. Page 3, it's going to be a little bit shorter, but like I said, if you haven't done the assignments from yesterday or Tuesday, you have to do those in order to get the right answers. So you're going to tell me what are the 3 parts of the cell theory. I went over that in my video on Tuesday. And then 3 things that all cells have in common. That is also from Tuesday. So these first 2 questions, look back at your Tuesday assignment in order to answer them. They should be 3 pretty quick, short answers. The next part, you guys are going to talk about each type of cells. Bacteria cells, you're going to tell me, is the cell small or big? All you have to do is highlight your answer and go up here, click on highlight. There you go. I'm giving you the answer for this one. Bacteria cells are really, really, really small. Then you're going to tell me what is unique about them. Are there any special parts only seen in this cell? You're going to have to go back to your worksheet from yesterday to kind of answer this. Then you're going to do it for plant cells. Are plant cells small or big? Well, plant cells are big. So I'm going to highlight that. And then you're going to say anything unique that they have. There is one cell part that is found in plant cells and only plant cells. I would definitely mention it here. And my hint to you is it has to do with photosynthesis. And then you're going to go to animal cells. Is there anything, first, are they small or big? They are big. And then you're going to go through and figure out, are there any special parts that only animal cells had? Okay. Then you're going to scroll down and you are going to read about COVID-19. Okay. COVID-19 is not made of cells. COVID-19 does have DNA. COVID-19 has no cell membrane. It has no ribosomes. It does have a protective outer layer that is made of protein that protects it. And the last fact, it is that they are 1,000 times smaller than bacteria cells. So you're going to use these characteristics plus what you typed up here to answer these 3. I will tell you this one, you might not have a lot of reasons in the middle box. It's okay if you don't have all 3. And over here, you might have more than 3. I could probably think of 5 reasons to go in this box on the right where it doesn't have that characteristic based on the facts I told you. Then the teachers will give you feedback here at the bottom. And as we keep going through this unit, we'll keep coming back to this and adding our changes. So I hope this helps you out for today. Go back, make those changes on pages 1 and 2, complete page 3, and submit by midnight tonight. If you have any questions, please, please, please let us know. Good luck.